What's cracking with your snack and snacker stars? It is me, the BRE, the man in the backwards hat, Brandon from the sAs, the Snack Food Appreciation Society. And this week, Pizza Night comes to you by special request from Austin, who wanted to see me try something from somewhere just down the street. Yeah, just down the street from you, and you, and you. From everybody, so everybody can try this, and I hear it's got a lot of meat on it. We'll be right back right after this to check out something from Domino's. Stay tuned. You are looking live at Domino's in the Summit Center in Alexandria, Virginia, home to many food options, including Potbelly Subs, China Delight, the Dunkin' Donuts, and there's a Fridays down the hill. Today, I am at Domino's by request, not to try something new, but to try something that's been around for a while that I just haven't gotten around to checking out. This one's for you, Austin. We'll be right back right after this on Pizza Night. Never fear, ladies and gentlemen. Pizza Night is here, so grab yourself a can of beer for Friday night, March the 3rd, 2017. And tonight, as I said, I have taken a special request. This young man apparently has requested this a few times. I just haven't gotten around to it. Noticed his request once again this coming week, or this last week rather, and I have traveled to Domino's to try out something that's been around for a while. I just never have gotten around to trying it out myself. It's one of their specialty pizzas, and they don't have a whole lot of specialty pizzas, and they don't change them all that often. But one that I have had my eye on in the past, and I'm glad I'm getting around to trying it out, is their Meatzza. And I guess it's, basically their version of what you would call a meat lover's pizza or something like that. You get it on their hand-tossed crust, although that can certainly change. You can get the pan crust, or you can get the Brooklyn crust, or you can get the thin crust if you like crackers. But on that crust, you have the robust tomato sauce, as well as their pizza cheese. And on top of that is 4 different types of meat. You got pepperoni, of course, because pepperoni goes on every pizza. You've got Italian sausage, you got ground beef, and you got ham. Most of those are fairly obvious on here, but of course the sausages and the ground beef tend to blend together a little bit, just being little brown crumbled up bits, Anyway, looks really, really good. Smells really, really good. Let me go ahead and see if I can't pry out this 420 slice for us right here and see what that looks like. Here it is. Pull it up, and there you go. It's nice and flippity-floppity, not real firm. Nice and golden brown on the bottom side with those little humps on it that it gets from the tray that they put it on. Looks pretty good, guys. Alright, guys, I'll be right back right after this on Pizza Night to sink my teeth into it and let you know what I think about it. Alright, gang, I'm back here on Pizza Night to try the Meatzza from Domino's. This large, which is a 14-inch, goes for $16.99. And I thought about it after the fact. If I had gotten your $7.99 3-topping carry-out deal, I might have been able to add the other topping and get this for cheaper. Oh well, that's my fault for not thinking ahead. But that's okay. $16.99 for a large pizza is about average at most places, unless you have some kind of special coupon, especially for this many toppings. I'm going to go ahead and crack that bad boy back open for you. And I'm not going to go for that 420 slice this time. I'm going to go ahead and pick out one totally unfettered and untouched by my hands. One all the way over here. Pull that off with lots and lots of meat on it of every kind. And it's even got a nice little pizzeria bubble on the back. Let me go ahead and show it to you next to my noggin the way I always do, even though it's falling apart there. And, Domino's slices are not that gigantic, but they're, healthy enough. And they've got lots and lots of toppings on them. Very generous, that's for sure, because they keep falling off. Let me stick that back up on there. I'm going to go ahead and take a bite or two of this thing and let you know what I think of the Meatzza. Alright, gang, the way I would describe that pizza right off the bat is comfort food, man. It's soft, it's warm, it's meaty, it's cheesy, it's gooey, it's got sauce, it's salty. This is something that you'd want to eat if you had a hangover, or if you're starving to death, or pretty much any time, man. There's nothing wrong with this pizza at all. A lot of people give Domino's a bad name because, yes, it is kind of fast food pizza, but, you know, people eat at McDonald's every day, and I say this is leaps and beyond, or leaps and bounds, rather, beyond McDonald's quality, that's for darn sure. Let's build it from the bottom to the top the way we always do. Now, for my taste, the pizza crafter or artist, if you will, his name was Muhammad according to the website, he did a fantastic job on this, leaving lots of puffy crust around the edges so you can get things like the airy pizzeria bubble on the edge and things like that. Nice and soft, not an ounce of crunchiness to it. That's how I like my Domino's pizza. That way it's like a nice warm pillow that you're going to go to sleep on after a bit, because that's what it does to you. It gives you the itis. Alright, also, the sauce. This is their robust tomato sauce. I actually prefer their marinara, but this is okay. It's a little on the sweet side to me rather than being all that robust. But it's alright, and there's not a ton of it on there. Domino's is kind of notorious for just kind of putting a slight film of sauce on their crust and not really a ton of it. And that's how I like it, really, for the most part, because I don't like the sauce to get in the way and be dripping all over the place and everything. The cheese is surprisingly abundant. I didn't notice in the description that there was extra cheese here, but I think that there is. And it seems a little bit better than your standard Domino's cheese, because usually Domino's cheese is very clumpy, kind of breaks apart, stuff like that. This actually had a little bit of pull and stretch to it, and I dug that a lot. Tastes good too, very creamy. Which brings us to our meat toppings. We got pepperoni, the all-star. It's your standard fast food pizza pepperoni. Nothing all that fantastic, but a staple of any good fast food delivery or carry-out pizza. Also, next is the Italian sausage and the beef. And again, you know, I couldn't really sense a presence of the beef. The Italian sausage kind of overruled the beef in a way, because their Italian sausage is really, really sweet. And it has kind of like an anise sort of flavor, not anise, like, you know, licorice or what have you. And it's not one of my favorite things in the world. If I had my rathers or druthers rather, I would probably get, you know, maybe bacon or Philly steak on here instead of the sausage. But that's just me. The beef, like I said, is kind of hidden by said sausage, so nothing really to see here. Move along. The ham is a surprising contender for the meat title on this particular pizza, as it does give you a good sort of leathery kind of texture, but not in a bad way. And also a very good pork flavor, almost reminiscent of bacon, like Canadian bacon, for example. So this seems more like Canadian bacon to me than ham. But who knows? It could be one or the other, and I'm happy either way. Put all of those components together, and I'm going to go ahead and give this a standard 3/4 thumbs up, because it's not going to knock my socks off. It's not like the best, you know, pizza of the year or anything like that, but it's a darn good pizza that I'll eat every darn bit of over the next day or so, and I like it a lot. So yeah, 3/4 thumbs up, Austin. Thanks for the recommendation. Thanks for watching. Keep watching, and if you haven't already, join the SAS group on Facebook by clicking on the link down in the description down below. Hundreds of the coolest people in the world that are in our group. Why aren't you? Also follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Brandon Reich SAS. See all of my trails and travels everywhere I go, taking pictures of food and pro wrestling and weird things and animals and creatures and stuff like that, and ranting and raving and talking about food and pro wrestling and everything too. Make sure you join us next week, next Friday, March the 10th, down at the Annandale Volunteer Fire Department, as Nova Pro Wrestling brings us great expectations. That's right. You'll see Sanjay Dutt against Trevor Lee. You're going to see Eric Royal take on Ricky Shane Page in his debut. Also, Commonwealth Cup qualifying match as Alex Daniels takes on Ryo. Ryo is a favorite down there at the Nova Pro Wrestling as well. You're going to see the Carnies, Chet Sterling, who's the Ultra J champion. You're going to see Ken Dixon, the Savage Squad, and more. Make sure you get your tickets either in advance or at the door. Check out Nova Pro Wrestling when they return to Annandale next week at the Annandale Volunteer Fire Department. Be there. Also, Make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. And in the meantime, in between time, we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.